Pastor Maxwell Opara was in Sokoto State. Yes, he was in Sokoto State. I'm showing right now on your screen now a video when he released a couple of hours ago. He was standing in a very popular roundabout, which I will show you. This is the roundabout where this man stood and made this video in Sokoto State. We used the influence of satellite softwares to enter Sokoto State to make this coverage.
Right, everyone, welcome to our platform. Nnamdi Kanu has been a subject of discussion since last year when he was incarcerated for a lifetime offenses, an offense that warrants his life sentence. Now, a lot of debate has been going on as to the propriety or proprietiness of his incarceration. Now, we all know Nnamdi, some call him a freedom fighter, but others see him as a separatist. Of course, in the judgment leading to that sentencing, the judge said that Justice Sokoto said that there's nothing wrong for Nnamdi Kanu to clamor for secession or breakaway from Nigeria, as it's a universally accepted. It's universally acceptable for people or group of people to clamor for self-determination. Now, Nnamdi Kanu has called for self-determination of his people, and he found himself in life imprisonment. Now, what must have warranted this? A lot of people said that to call for breakdown or breakaway of the country is an offense that is liable to death in some cases. Some said that it's an offense that contravenes the unity and togetherness of the nation. Now, what we see here is that Nnamdi Kanu has now been a subject of public ridicule, considering the fact that there are other people in other parts of Nigeria that did worse than what he did. Of course, a lot of allegation of murder was attributed to him. One of which was a couple military officers that were killed brutally, and then was attributed to the activities of IPOB headed by Nnamdi Kanu. Now, other offenses were leveled against him, and then terrorism charge, and then causing disaffection in the southeast through the sit-at-home and many more. But of course, now we have his lawyer that one of his lead counsel, Opara, who has been so conversant with this matter, and he has been on and off in Sokoto prison, knowing how well, checking on Nnamdi Kanu, and then making the world know how Nnamdi Kanu is faring in that Sokoto prison. Don't forget that the appeal matter on Nnamdi Kanu will be coming up this year, and of course, what's now important to Nnamdi Kanu and his team of lawyers is that the Sokoto prison where he's being placed is seen as so unsafe, and may not be safe for him, rather, and that he is too far from Abuja, where his matter will be taking place from time to time. Now, his matter of moving Nnamdi Kanu to another facility, which was challenged by Nnamdi Kanu's legal representative, and the judge that sentenced Nnamdi Kanu made clarification on the matter. And of course, he said that the government lawyers have not been served, and rather government have not been put on notice on this matter. And then I think he adjourned it to 20th of this month of January 2026. He said because Nnamdi Kanu needs to cancel, rather needs to put government on notice, and then it is quite right, because even if they are going to move him to another prison facility, a government needs to be put on notice so that they can get a more suitable facility for him if they think there are other facility within or around Abuja axis where he can stay there, there won't be jailbreak, and then he can attend court proceeding. But of course, the judge has gone on to say that there's no, Nnamdi Kanu doesn't even need to be in the court when he's appealing, that he can be represented by his counsel and then decision made on his behalf. But I think his counsel wants him to be there to know how things is going on. But of course, we are still in that matter. But of course, we have this briefing from this this lawyer, Maxwell Okpara, who has been one of the very vocal lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu, and
So they speak, what did this man they even talk? Yes. Well, make I analyze every single thing for you in very simple terms. On the 20th of November last year, Omotosho sentenced Mazi. He sentenced him to life imprisonment, and that is not even all. He said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is barred from using any electronic devices. He cannot use any electronic devices unless the Nigerian security structure permits such thing. You understand? So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not be allowed to use a phone, even a telephone, anything that can be classified as electronic devices, even a calculator, he cannot hold unless he receives or gets special permission from the Nigerian security advisor. Hope you guys are paying attention. But meanwhile, now this man, they defend himself. Now him go defend himself in the appeal court. And how do you want him to get ready or prepared to defend himself? That is, by the way, that question we'll leave on for Motoshon to answer. Okay, so Barrister Maxwell Okpara traveled to Sokoto State to follow up with the appeal and every single thing we did. So shockingly and surprisingly, he came out to say that Nnamdi Kanu has been denied multiple times to have access to electronic devices, even a printer to even print documents, print some parts of the Constitution. He has been denied every single thing. Meaning, say, if you put this man in the appeal court today, he no go get any documents to use in defending himself. He will just go there and give words of mouth, without presenting any factual document. How do you expect him to defend his case? How do you defend him to answer and give clarifications in the court of law if una no allow him access to electronic devices? Well, I don't go blame Sokoto State Prison. Who will go blame now Motosho? He knew all of these things, but at the same time still puts them in place. Now, Maxwell Okpara, you were in the court of law the day a sentence was passed. I hope you weren't sleeping on that day. Now, we will leave Omotosho out of this. Let's work with things he said. Okay, he said before Nnamdi Kanu will be allowed to have any devices, he must undergo close supervision by the Nigerian Security Advisor, NSA. He must seek permission from the NSA and every single thing within. Have you guys approached the Nigerian Security Advisor to know if Nnamdi Kanu will be allowed to operate any electronic devices? Because the video you released, that video was 2 minutes long. In that video, you did not tell us if you've approached the NSA or not. You just said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been denied 100%. The Sokoto State Prison warders, that is what they will pay. Now, wait till they go listen to. They go listen to the court rulings and the court decisions. But you wait the court. Have you reached out to the NSA to permit Mazi, to permit him do all of those things? And now things are getting very critical. Things are getting very critical. It's high time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reappoints Maxwell Okpara and Aloy Jimako as his legal counsel. Time for I want to defend myself. If like I say, don't they come to an end because of say you, things are very difficult for you. Allow these people wait the outside. They stand a better chance. They stand a better chance than you. Or you can allow them gather all the documents, reappoint them, allow them gather all the documents needed. Then you on the time of an appeal defense, if you say, okay, I don't want these guys to represent me anymore, I want to rep myself, it will make more sense. You understand? Should you get the point? But it's one thing for me a rat see you, they put rat poison for one corner. You understand? Make a rat see a human, they put rat poison for one corner. Make the rat come go there, go chop them. You know, make sense. They don't set poisons everywhere, roadblocks. I'm not calling nobody a rat. I'm just trying to give you an example for you to understand. You guys are physically seeing the roadblocks they don't mount. Play around it. Don't go there. Don't go and hit your head on that obstacle. As the case may be, it's as simple as A, B, C, D. You know they had. You know they had. So what will I advise these individuals to do now? Well, they're very simple. Everything are brain work. Everything are 1 + 1 is equals to 2. Make marks. If Nnamdi Kanu wants to still defend himself, okay, good and fine. Meet the Nigerian security advisor. Get full clearance from them. Get a duration when he will be cleared. And work with it. If it's difficult for you guys to get the clearance from the NSA, make Maxwell and Aloy jump back into the case in full force and continue the case. That is the only way for survival now. That is the only way we say we're going to avoid all the issues where they come about from him not having access to devices where he will use run his full appeal. It's as simple as A, B, C, D. I beg, if you have a different thought from the one I just showcased, if you see it differently, if you think say which the talk no make sense, I beg, go down to the comment section and tell me why what I'm saying doesn't make sense, and tell me what makes sense. Okay, drop your comments and advise us on what to do. If you feel like say which I talk no sharp, advise me, criticize it and advise. Hope you are getting the point. But if you ask me, make Nnamdi Kanu drop the case. Allow people wait there outside to handle them. It's a bitter truth. No matter how much you don't like the idea, it's a better one. It's a better one than him handling it. You know, get access. This is a matter of life sentence. So this is not 2 years imprisonment where you get a risk and 50-50. This is not 7 years imprisonment. This is not a life sentence. You will spend the rest of your life there if the appeal no go through properly. So to prevent any form of mistakes, any form of errors, any form of disqualification. You see, last time when the one reason they came to the Court of Law, Federal High Court, to speak about his relocation, they brought up a lawyer who wasn't properly informed about the proceedings. I don't know if you guys can recall, as of last year December, when they were trying to hear Nnamdi Kanu's relocation, they get one lawyer will come up to stand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Omoto Shontela and say, no, I will give you a last chance to go back and do your proper research, or else I will cancel the rights for relocation. You also say, if you don't come in prepared, the judge has the fundamental rights and the power to disqualify your petitions. It's as simple as ABCD. So to avoid any forms, any confusion like that, allow people where they free to run it for you. These people are dogged lawyers. They go school. They know the tenets of law. They understand your case left, right, and center. They understand the way the Federal High Court approaches matter. They understand the way Omotosho addresses matter. And they understand the way the whole wide world wants to follow this matter bumper to allow them.
What's your opinion on this matter as a Christian, as someone that believes in justice in this country? What do you think should be the way forward on the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, considering the fact that 2027 general election is coming on, and then Nnamdi Kanu may be also, as he remains a citizen of Nigeria, though he wants a breakaway, but of course he may still be entitled to vote because he's still recognized as in Nigeria. His people are still in Nigeria. What's your opinion on this matter? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Please let me know your comment on this matter. I'll see you in another video.